kama ushike. Pata ndio leka. Kama leka ndio leka dojo. Mana ngal tangwana. Hey, ngoja. Yuko mtu nani?
President William Ruto has finally addressed the plight of Kenyans affected by the devastating floods that have ravaged the country for the past 3 weeks. Now, despite his assurance that the Nation Disaster Operations Center would coordinate emergency response efforts, many Kenyans are left questioning why the government delayed its response for over 3 weeks, during which multiple lives were lost and homes were swept away in the raging floods. This delay has led netizens to label President Ruto as one of the most ignorant presidents in history, seemingly indifferent to the flood crisis, even when the Meteorological Department had issued warnings of a possible ELNINO event. In this report, we reveal the reasons behind Kenya's discontent with President Ruto's handling of the flood situation.
Hello, my name is Chief Okuzo from Plug TV.
Number 1. Disregard of the Met Department's warning. President Ruto faced criticism for deliberately ignoring the Met Department's advice and observation regarding impending ELNINO. While the department had forewarned of extensive months of ELNINO-related heavy rains, President Ruto downplayed these concerns, stating that the rains would be beneficial for the country's agricultural sector.
Juzi mulisikia tukawa na habari pengine kutakuwa na ELNINO ambayo itaharibu kule, itaharibu mali ingine, lakini Mungu ni nani? Mmesikia wale watu wamesema tena ile ELNINO haitakuweko, wamesema kutakuwa tu na mvua kubwa lakini haitafika pale ya kuharibu. Si tunamshukuru Mungu jameni? So na hiyo mvua nyingi ambayo tutapata, pia tumejipanga katika hii short rains. Tumepanga pia wakulima watuzalishie chakula tena, so that we have another harvest by January or February.
This stance contradicted the Met Department warnings, which had specified that the rains would be significant. When ELNINO eventually struck, the government summoned the Meteorological Department to apologize to Kenyans for their earlier misinformation about the severity of the floods. Number 2. Lack of attention to flood victims. During the flood crisis, the government seemed disengaged, with President Ruto carrying on with his official duties and international trips while distressing videos of people trapped in flood waters circulated online. Government officials remained silent despite multiple pleas from flood victims. It wasn't until 2 weeks after the floods had wreaked havoc that President Ruto on November 25th, 2023 finally initiated a response mechanism to aid Kenyans affected by the floods across the country.
As you're all aware, last week, the government of Kenya made available resources to the special to the Ministry of ASAL to make sure that adequate food is available. Already 2.4 billion shillings have been made available to buy food and to make sure that that food is delivered where it is most needed.
Number 3. Contradictory government stance. Adding to the dissatisfaction, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua claimed that Mombasa County had received funds to assist flood victims.
Mnajua ni mtu ya kusema ukweli.
Somebody come look at this.
Sisi katika National Treasury tumewachilia pesa kwa gavana zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 10. Pesa yote saa hii kila gavana katika Kenya pahali watu wameathirika wasimamishe kazi zote, wanunulie watu chakula na blanketi na madawa.
A statement met with anger by Mombasa Governor Abdul Somad, who labeled Gachagua a pathological liar.
Nimepata fununu ya kwa watu wamekaa na wakasema ya kwa unajua tumepeana pesa kwa gavana wa Mombasa. Mimi kwanza ni kuomba Mungu, Mwenyezi Mungu azijalie ziingie. Itikieni amin. Lakini urongo Waswahili wana msemo, ukweli hauna haja ya nguzo ya kuweza kusimama.
Governor Somad clarified that other counties had not received such funds and had only received their regular revenue share disbursements.
The Deputy President, Mr. Gachagua, akisema governors wamepewa pesa ya ELNINO. I want to confirm here before the media. We have not received even a penny for ELNINO. Hii uongo wako nayo. Tunaomba Mungu awasaidie wabadilishe roho zao.
Now, Gachagua later backtracked on his statements, advising county governments not to rely solely on the national government for assistance. Now, these contradictory statements have fueled further discontent among Kenyans. And this is what Kenyans said about the government response to the floods. Ongoing intense downpour, aka El Nino, which you said was not going to happen. Next thing you need to address the next time you are in the country, and please be truthful this time, is the issue of 10 billion Kenyan shillings meant for El Nino intervention programs. What happened to it? Another person said, the citizens of this country deserve a president who can protect them zealously. Hopping from one country to another in the midst of crisis tells you are far much detached from what is affecting the country. There are billions allocated for traveling, but we have no money to save lives. And you would be proudly standing there receiving standing ovation in European countries, having left helpless citizens ravaged by floods. What a messed up country. Another person said, Mr. President, with all due respect, kindly just be exceptional from your predecessors and correct the injustices the people of northern eastern Kenya have suffered for 6 decades. The El Nino that you just dismissed is having a severe impact on them than those counties you mentioned above. Thank you. The last person said, you are not fair at all. You are here consoling the affected families and you fail to support them in any way. You always on the skies, touring places, and your people are suffering. You are T-Kong as a lesson. Wow. Never elect tourist politicians, but elect a leader who is concerned and willing to you lift the lives of its citizens. Where? Wakenya jameni. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in our comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's meet next time. Bye-bye.